Assalamu alaikum. Thank you, Brother Tipu, for the very kind, generous introduction. I'm so proud to be here joining with you on this 12th International United Seerah Convention, happening right here in Queens, right here in New York. And I welcome all of our visitors and guests from far beyond. I also want to say thank you to all of our honorable imams here. And my buddy here, Imam Hafez Rafiq, he gave me his seat. I did not want to sit in his seat, but he said I have to sit in his seat, so thank you, Imam. And it's really hard to follow our guest speaker, Amir Khan. He has said so many wonderful things. I want to echo everything he says. I cannot claim to be from the Muslim community, although I have the honor of representing one of the largest Muslim communities in New York and possibly America itself in the New York State Senate. And as Chief Barrera mentioned, we are all here in service to the growing community, the growing Muslim community. And I, as an Asian American immigrant myself, understand many of the experiences that the community goes through. Communities immigrating from Bangladesh and other parts of Asia, other parts of the world, coming to New York, coming to America, looking for a better life for ourselves, our family, our children. And in doing so, understanding that the American dream, it sounds really terrific when you're in Asia. By the time you come here, you realize it's not that easy. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. But as hard as we work, and as much as our children inspire us, we do ultimately achieve the American dream. And when that American dream is achieved, it's great for not only ourselves and our families, not only for the community, but it's great for the state of New York, it's great for America itself. And so we always get together, think about our accomplishments, but also recognize the challenges that we still have. And we have a lot of challenges. We're an immigrant community here. We're a Muslim community. We're not getting a whole lot of love from the federal government nowadays, especially the current occupant of the White House. We're not getting a lot of love from different sectors. But that's all the more reason why we have to be ever vigilant about what's happening in the community and what government is doing. All levels of government, not just the federal government. We have to pay attention to what's happening in state government. We have to pay attention to what's happening in city government. And I'm not here to give a long speech, right? Just always take an opportunity to remind people, we have to make all of our voices heard. And the best way to make our voice heard is twice a year, only 2 times a year. You show up to vote. Vote in the primary election, and then vote in the general election. It takes 10 minutes each time, twice a year. If we don't vote, we don't count. If we vote, we get our voices heard, and we get our needs and priorities met. And then one additional thing that I'm going to be talking about for the next few months. In addition to these 2 things that we have to do every single year of voting, there's one other thing we need to do once every 10 years. It takes about 20 to 30 minutes. It is to complete the census. Census, you don't have to be a citizen to complete the census. You don't have to have documents to complete the census. You can have a lot of people living in your home, maybe more people than are technically allowed. You should still do the census. The census is confidential. No other part of government other than the Census Bureau ever gets that information. But we have to be counted. Every single head that does not get counted costs our community close to $3,000 every year in federal funding. And there's other funding that's not from the federal government that would be affected too. So we need to be counted. Please, brothers and sisters, the census is next April, just a few months away. Be sure, well, first of all, don't forget to vote this year. There's an election in November. but make sure that you complete the census next April. Inshallah, we will all be counted and we will have our priorities and needs met by all levels of government. Thank you very much, brothers and sisters.
iTV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.